Welcome to Today of All Days, episode 92.
Are you out of work today? Today is Movement Monday, September 4th, 2017. And today is... Labor Day!
Labor Day honors the American labor movement and the amount of progress that the country has made industrially, politically, and socially thanks to the hard work of America's laborers.
The first labor parade was organized in New York City on September 5th, 1882. At this time, the two dominant labor unions, the Central Labor Union and the Knights of Labor, didn't quite agree on the date on which Labor Day should be celebrated, but they did agree on the proposition of creating a Labor Day.
The 1882 Labor Parade was celebrated independently of the holiday itself. Many labor holidays were celebrated across the nation at different times throughout the year. Oregon was the first state to make Labor Day an official holiday in 1887.
Good going, Oregon!
There was an attempt.
Labor Day was finally declared a federal holiday 7 years later in 1894. By then, 30 states already celebrated Labor Day officially. It is celebrated on the first Monday of September. The selection of the date for it to be celebrated didn't come without issues.
Originally, it was thought that Labor Day should be celebrated on May 1st to coincide with International Workers' Day, but President Cleveland was concerned that riots and protests would break out, strengthening socialist and anarchist movements.
The thing you have to realize here is that during this time, America was going through quite a number of industrial changes in many different fields. Agriculture, in the urban areas, and everywhere in between. For this reason, you would have a bunch of strikes happening. Sometimes the National Guard would be called in, and you would have people dying on both sides, the civilians and the police, and sometimes the National Guard or the militia, because tensions were so high. For President Cleveland to separate those 2 days was a pretty smart move, because there had been deaths that occurred on the May 1st day, but then again, with the Pullman strike, there were deaths that were had recently when he finally signed Labor Day into law. Lots of tension there. These days, Labor Day is a day to spend with loved ones and eat good food. It is considered by many to be the unofficial last day of summer, so you will see a lot of stores having big Labor Day sales. This weekend also coincides with school being back in session, so a lot of sales on back-to-school items can be found.
In Virginia, amusement parks successfully lobbied for legislation to allow public schools to start after the Labor Day weekend. This small change allows for families to have one last hoorah before the school year begins. And it also increased revenue quite a bit. Because you gotta think, instead of some school systems will actually start on that Friday. And so it's like they have a day to kind of get everybody in, sort out their schedules, have all of the hoopla kind of over with, so that on Tuesday when they come back, everything's set in stone, everybody knows where they're going, they know what they're doing. But eliminating that Friday allowed a lot of families that wouldn't normally be able to travel to go ahead and travel, go to the amusement park, spend a lot of money, go get food, be happy, ride rides, and raise sales.
Also, for those fashionistas out there, remember, today is the last day to wear white before the fall colors come out. So, pull out your white suit or dress and revel in its glory. Be proud to look fine while dressed to the nines on this day.
Today of all days.
Today of all days.
And we will see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.